Hey, this is Wacko Bob, host of the Dark Match and the Wacko Weekly, and it's good to be back here again. I definitely like the response I got during my last call in. This is a review and about the surprise that was given to us by Victoria Lindsay. It's great to see her up and talking. That I want to say first. Um, However, the other part that shocked me, for those who saw both Good Morning America and Inside Edition, got to see a lot. And I got to tell you, I was very surprised, surprised at the outcome of what happened. After all this was all said and done, and what I got to see. A lot of us who love and respect Victoria Lindsay after what had happened to her really got a huge surprise when she mentioned, mainly on Inside Edition, that she didn't want the teens to go to jail. Now, I have a problem here with this. Why should the teens not go to jail? They violated Victoria Lindsay. Her civil rights were violated. She was beaten to a bloody pulp, and she was and she was humiliated all over the world by the way they recorded this. Three people already got off. Charges against them were dropped. No one can make sense of this. Now we're trying to make sense of something. Victoria Lindsay does not want these teens to go to jail. Now I'm shocked. I am shocked to see how these teens will possibly not get off or not go to jail and get off with this, all because of what the victim says. I will say this. You were separated from your family, Victoria. You had issues with them. And what happened here ultimately brought you and your family back together. It made you and your family stronger, and I believe made you stronger as a person. Now, why should these teens not go to jail? In the eyes of Victoria Lindsay, she is the victim. These teens could have killed her. What was possibly said to Victoria to convince her that these girls not doing time, the other five teens not doing time, would be right? Please, you can be kind, you can be passionate, and you can be sympathetic. But kind and compassion slip away from sympathetic. And eventually, kindness has to leave us compassion. Your compassion, first and foremost, has to be to yourself. Your pride has to be first and foremost for yourself. And I believe Victoria Lindsay is both of those things. But don't sit there and have sympathy on someone who could have killed you. A group of girls who beat you to a bloody pulp could have killed you. Don't sit there and say if you didn't fight back, you would have possibly gotten killed that way. Because you could have just as easily fought back just to get out the door. Because they're not going to sit there and try and beat you up in the middle of the road where other people can see it that aren't involved. That would get involved if they saw you getting jumped. These teens should go to jail. They broke the law, and they broke the law on you. You were violated of your civil rights. You were humiliated when they all beat the crap out of you and put it on YouTube, put it on MySpace. This eventually went all over the world with the news. What these girls did was wrong, and they did it to you, Victoria Lindsay. Now, Victoria, and everyone that stands by me and stands by Victoria Lindsay and will always be behind Victoria Lindsay. Should these teens not go to jail because Victoria Lindsay does not want to see them go to jail? Absolutely not. These girls were wrong. And this is only going to, and the parents defended them. And like I was about to say, this is only going to stand as an attitude of, it's okay for me to beat the crap out of somebody. It's okay for me to get a few people and jump one person and come that close to killing them. Because now we shouldn't go to jail. This is one of the most ridiculous things I've heard come out of Victoria Lindsay's mouth. She was beat up for something petty. And if Victoria Lindsay wants to stay in the right, wants to stay with the support, and I'll always support Victoria Lindsay no matter what, because she was a victim, no matter what caused it. These girls need to go to jail. Between them lying, them joking about it, them trying to justify themselves, them getting bailed out because of bleeding hearts like producers for Dr. Phil, the parents sitting there defending the lie. Come on now. Let's look at this for what it is. Those girls are guilty and they need to go to jail. We don't need to see the wrong defended like it's right. And Victoria Lindsay say, don't put them to jail. Victoria Lindsay has nothing but my support. But come on. Shouldn't these teens go to jail for what happened to you, Victoria Lindsay? I ask you, the people out there on YouTube, should these girls go to jail? Let's get past all this bleeding heart crap. It doesn't matter. Wrong is wrong, and these girls deserve to be punished. Bottom line. I want to thank every one of my friends and everyone who I'm subscribed to and those who did subscribe to me. I want to thank you all for always being supportive here over on YouTube of everything I do. There are some things going on with the Wacko Weekly. Ariel's not going to be coming on as a co-host. I've waited a while for Ariel. Ariel eventually decided to break away from me where MySpace goes, and she never really gave me an explanation, but I'm going to let it be known here. Ariel, I wish you the best of luck. You got to do what you got to do. I know you got a future. You are young. And you got my support. I think you could do a lot of great things, Ariel. I just don't know if you took a step back or a step forward, but that's not for me to decide. But I am looking for anyone who would be interested in being a co-host. I am looking for people. I am even going to give those who I think might have something a chance to be a special guest co-host with me for an audition on the Wacko Weekly live. So check it all out. Also, check out my sponsor, Sylvia Richardson and Beresha Coffee at www.igetpaidtodrinkcoffee.com/delicious. Anyways, when you see my credits, you're going to see them rolling, and you're going to see other links to shows I am affiliated with. Thank you all for listening. I'll catch you guys next time I do my next video.